Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of Manage Channel. Today we have the latest from Asus. It's the ROG Zephyrus Duo 15E, just been released in 2021, and it contains the latest of AMD and of GeForce RTX graphic series. So what type of processor are we talking about? We are talking about the 5900HX from AMD, one of the fastest graphics card out there, the fastest. Beautiful stuff from AMD. This is an Intel killer. It's gonna destroy Intel unless they come up with something very quickly. It's got the 7nm latest technology, and if that wasn't enough, we are using the RTX 3070, one of the fastest GPUs out there in 2021. We are talking about serious performance right here. And if that wasn't enough, I'll show you something that might just blow you away. Check this out. Yes, it's a double screen. That's why, hence the name Duo. Now, my chicks love this laptop. Look at that. I think they couldn't be any happier. I hope they don't do a little poop on it, because this costs a lot, guys. This costs 2,500 British pounds. But if you go for the higher spec, which is a 3080 graphics card, then you'll be paying 3,500 pounds. So I went for the 3070 just to try it out. Let's turn it on and see what this thing does. I'm gonna be very focused towards the negatives, because I like to show what bad points are there, because there's no point mentioning it's gonna be fast, it's quick, it's beautiful, it's nice, it's crisp, because we all know that it's gonna be amazing. But is it gonna be what are the negatives of it? By the way, there is an episode about these little guys, how they hatched and how they became this cute. One of them hatched one day earlier than the other. Anyway, let's continue back to ROG. So, a lot of negatives in this laptop. Unfortunately, it does have a lot of negatives. There is a lot of positives. However, there is a lot of negatives, and the negatives are more than the positives. Let's start with number one. If you are into portability and you like traveling a lot and you like carrying your laptop everywhere, this is not going to be for you. The charger alone is massive. It's thick. It's almost like a brick. We are talking about building brick that they use for building houses. This is same probably weight and same size. It's massive. It's very big. It's about, I would say, a kilo with all these wires. Perhaps a kilo, maybe more than a kilo. So this is the first negative. You're telling me, Marius, why are you complaining? This is a gaming laptop. I'll tell you why I'm complaining, because I've got here the G15 from the same company, Asus, and this one uses the 3080. It's got the 5800H. However, if you look at this is a normal charger. This is a good charger. Now, if we compare both, we're gonna see the difference immediately. Double the size, double the thickness. This is 3 times actually the size of this. So why, Asus, would you give me a massive charger for the same specs of a laptop? Actually, this might be even faster, because it's got the 3080, the G15 from Asus, and I'll be doing a review on it. I'm probably gonna show it up there if it's already done. However, why would you give me a charger that is this big? Okay, let's move on. Second thing, the second screen. Is this a VGA screen, or is it 4K, or is it 1080p? It's horrible to look at. It's all pixelated. It's very bad. I hate it. It's not even possible to look at it. It's very bad. The resolution is very bad on this screen. It's not even VGA quality. It's pixelated. It's almost like looking at one of those Game Boy Advance in the 1980s. It's that bad. The resolution is bad. Even though it is touch screen. I don't want to be touch screen. I don't want to be playing here on the main screen, touching this one. The fingerprints, it's a fingerprint magnet, and I left it like that so they can see how much of a fingerprint it is. It's horrible. I wouldn't want to touch it, especially while typing and touching and working it here. It's very confusing. This one has got a keypad that you have to turn it on by pressing that. So many things that I have to learn, and then you have to switch between the screens. I don't even know how to turn it on, to be honest. It's very confusing. It's a confusing device. Second of all, I mean, which point are we now? I'm only focusing on the negatives, because I want Asus to get it right, you know. They got it right in the G15. Obviously not very right, they still have a few issues. But I just want to point out the negatives so that people make an unbiased, informed decision when they're buying this laptop. Second of all, look at this design. What is that? Why can't I be able to raise this a little bit more? Why does it have to stop here? Why can't I decide what height I want it? Maybe I want it to be straight like that. Maybe I like it to be straight. Maybe I want it to be just as high as this, which would make sense because it's so low. I cannot see it unless I'm really bent. Last year it was obviously flat, but this year they managed to raise it 10%. I think this is all marketing, Asus, so that when the third one comes out, you will be raising it a little bit more. I know what you're doing, but this is not a good product. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be buying your product if it's not correctly designed for the user. Second of all, there's about an inch gap here. It makes the screen so far away that I have to bring it closer, but then I'm unable to type. So I have to bring the screen close because it's very far away. It's longer than a normal laptop, but then the keyboard has no rest for the hand. So it's all very confusing. The second thing, what's with this bezel? This is not 1990 or 2000. Look at that bezel. It's like 3 inches long. I know why you've done it, because you're obviously trying not to hide it with the screen, but there is at least an inch here. You could have made this a little bit higher so that it goes one with the screen. Very bad design. I hate it, to be honest. I hate it. It looks like it's just broken or something. So that's my third negative. Fourth negative, obviously, is the weight. This weighs like 3 kilos. I don't know what's the weight, but it's very heavy. It's like carrying around 2.5 laptops. I think it's about 3 kilos, 2.9 at least. Hey chicks, are you alright? How are you feeling, guys? They love to be hugged and kissed. Anyway, let's continue my review. One of the things I've noticed from the Asus manufacturers, actually the workers in the company, I hope they can actually find who did this. Not to fire them, just to give them a little bit of training perhaps. Look how they stuck the label. I didn't do this. It came like this from the manufacturer. This is a bit towards the left. This one is upside down. This one is not straight. It's a little bit towards the right. I don't know. Are they blind in there? Do they employ people with disabilities? If they do, then good for them. However, maybe they should find them a more suitable position than sticking labels on screens, because they're not doing a very good job. With all respect to people with disabilities, I actually work in healthcare, so I have great respect for them, but maybe perhaps this role is not good for them, because I think they're just taking them like that. Where is my chick gone? Even though it is fast, and it's 5900HX, one of the fastest processor, one of the fastest graphics cards, I am not finding enough ports here. I've got a USB-C, I've got 2 USB 2s, and 1 micro SD card. Obviously, if you go back here, you get another USB. But come on, guys, if I've got this gaming laptop, I want to connect it to an external screen. I want to have perhaps 2 screens. I want to have a few USBs. I want to have a mouse. I want to have a gaming mouse. I want to have a gaming keyboard. I want to have lots of things connected. Why do you give me 3 ports? This should have at least 5 or 6 ports. Plus, if you're going to give me a laptop that is designed for content creators, I am obviously going to need an SD card. So why give me a micro SD card? Are you teasing me? Are you teasing me with this micro SD card? And look at this placement. It's behind the charging port. So if you've got the charging wire coming out of it, let me just demonstrate so that I just want to see the engineers who design these things. I just want to give them a piece of advice, because I'm a perfectionist, and with something like that comes my way, I can't help but feel a little bit uncomfortable. I'm sorry this is all negatives. I'm not a nagging person, but I just like to point out the negatives of this device. This device is perfect, it's very good, it's beautiful for gaming. It's got the latest graphics card, the latest GPU, well done. But look at that, if you've got this on a desk, how am I gonna connect my SD card? Has anyone in Asus thought about it? If it's gonna be like that, am I gonna be raising and lifting and raising and raising? Why do I have to do that? Why can't you put the charger in the correct place, somewhere around here, which is a normal place to put it, at the back, so that I can get access to my ports, which obviously there's a lack of them. I need at least a mic in and at least a headphone out. So very negatives here from Asus. Obviously this laptop is not designed for the ones who don't eat a lot of protein. You won't be able to lift it, that's how heavy it is. Anyway, the screen is alright, it's not 4K. Obviously if you want to have a 4K screen, you have to pay £1,000 more, which is a little bit high on the high end, let's be honest. Where in 2021, it should be a mainstream thing, but you have to pay £1,000 to get the 4K, which is only 60 Hz anyway. So there's no need for it. This is a lot better. It's got, I don't know, 300 Hz probably. Anyway, I think I've said enough. I'm not going to test its gaming capabilities. We've all seen the benchmarks. We've all seen how good it is. I couldn't even turn this thing on. I don't know how to turn it on. There must be a way, but I really can't even figure it out, to be honest. I can't be bothered. I don't know. What do you do? What do you press? Is there a button for it? Do I press here, for example? I'm actually discovering while I'm with you. Look, here you go. Oh yeah, turn the second screen on. Okay. So here you go. I did turn it on. What is that? Look at this. Actually, it's another negative. I hope you can see this. I think I might need to turn my blinds a bit off. Check this out. Look at this huge bezel at the bottom here. Huge bezel here, about an inch, and a small one here. Very unsymmetrical. I like symmetry. This is a thick bezel. And look at the resolution of that. It's horrible. Look at it. This is the normal screen. It's bright, beautiful. It's not the best, but look at that. Can you see the screen? Here you go. I'll let you be the judge. I'll let you be the judge. I'm not going to say anything. Here you go. Here's the screen. Can you see the bottom screen? Here you go. I've got it on 90-degree angle. Look at that. Can you see this screen? If you manage to see it, it's horrible resolution. It's like 1080p. I wish it was 1080p. It's actually VGA. Very bad colors. How much I would rate this laptop? I'll let my chicks tell you. Be honest. How much would you rate this laptop? Give us an honest answer. Here you go. Tell the viewers. There you go. This is their answer. They told you. I didn't say anything. You heard it from them. This is what they rated out of 10. So I hope that helps. I hope you've got a clear idea now. Thank you, Asus. You're doing great, actually. Asus, don't get me wrong, you're a very good company. You're doing great products, and I actually bought your G15. I bought it. I paid £2,600 to buy your G15 because it's a good product. I love it. And I've done a review on it. It's beautiful. However, when I find something that I don't like, I always like to tell you about it so that you can get it better. If you like this episode, please share, like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below so that these guys are happy as well. And if you want to watch the G15, please do. I have a video about it. What's going on? You want to sleep? Yeah, I'm going to put you to sleep. Don't worry. We're going to go now. We're all going to sleep. We're going to all feel good. If you like this episode, please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can see the latest. And obviously, follow the progress of my chicks as they grow. And also, watch my latest reviews. I've got a lot of reviews coming up. I've got a lot of laptops I need to review, a lot of unboxings. I've got millions of boxes there. Like, share, subscribe, give me a comment down below, and see you in the next episode. Peace.